Are you curious as to why some of your neighbors mulch in the fall, some mulch in the spring, and some don't mulch at all, or some maybe mulch twice? I'm going to tell you all about that coming up. I'm Valerie Knowles from Knowles Produce and Garden Center in Alexandria, Virginia, winner of the 2015 Young Retailer of the Year Award for Garden Centers, and I'm going to answer all these questions for you, and then some. Okay, so mulch, just going back to very basics, mulch are pieces of wood that you put on the tops of your planter beds. It makes it look super nice. It makes it look just kind of clean cut. It keeps weeds down. It's a really nice weed barrier. As it deteriorates, it adds organic matter back into the soil. It retains moisture in the soil. So it's something that everybody takes care of in the spring because they want it to look nice and crisp. They want to retain some moisture for the summer. But why do people do it in the fall? Well, the reason is that it is a fantastic insulator for roots. There are a lot of plants that die over the winter that really shouldn't. They're perennials, they should come back every year, or they're shrubs. And sometimes it's because the roots get too cold. By putting a nice layer of mulch down before the cold weather comes, it'll keep those roots insulated and you won't have as much winter die off. The second reason is just like in the summer, it keeps moisture in. A lot of plants end up dying over the winter from lack of water, right? Nobody waters in the winter time. It's not 100 degrees. Plants aren't drying out like crazy, but plants do still need water. In the Northern Virginia climate where we are, oftentimes we don't have long periods of freezing temperatures, so the plants are still drawing up amounts of water. And unless we've had some rain or wintry mix or some snow, there's not a ton of precipitation in the winter to keep those guys watered. But your hoses are turned off and you're not out there watering. So by putting down a really good layer of mulch, it helps keep them insulated and really gives them a leg up on making it through the winter and then being that much healthier and ready to go in the spring. Now, I get a common question as to why is there so much variation in mulch pricing? Sometimes you can find it for like $1 a bag. Sometimes it's $4 a bag. Sometimes it's $8 a bag. So what the differences are is you need to watch. Some of the less expensive mulch is not bark. So this mulch that we carry is all bark. It's all the outside of the tree. That's what has the most organic material in it. So when it breaks down, it'll add more nutrients to your soil. And termites don't eat bark, but termites eat wood. So most of the less expensive mulch that's on the market is where they've taken the whole tree and ground it up to turn it into mulch. So it's mostly wood from the inside of the tree. The kind of mid-level to upper-level products are all bark. So you're not going to have any termite issues with that bark, and you're going to have more organic matter going back into the soil. Then when you have the high-end pricing, a lot of times that's for things that have special qualities like cedar. So you have that really nice smell of cedar. Sometimes it'll be cypress, so it's a really light color. But at Knowles, all of our mulch is in the most part, it's in like the $4 to $5 range, and it's all bark, so it's the good stuff. So that's why you mulch in the fall. You want to mulch in the fall to keep moisture in, to keep your plants from drying out over the winter, and to keep those roots nice and warm so you have less die out in the winter also. It also lets you be a little bit ahead of the game for the spring. In the spring, then you just have to add a little bit of mulch to the top instead of starting fresh. So I would love to hear what other videos you'd like to see from me. Comment below and like us on Facebook. See ya!